Hey, Jerry, it's so good to chat with you today. It's been fun to just do some reminiscing before we hit live here. And it's a beautiful way and a beautiful space to just kind of look back and reflect on where you were, where you have come, and what that journey looks like. So I would love for you to just tell us a little bit about your background or a little intro about you. Who's Jerry?
Okay. Um, First of all, I guess I'm married with two adult kids and have been in the hunting lodge industry for probably close to 20 years. And, just been busy with that and catering and kind of all around, the entertainment area, I guess, hosting.
Awesome. You are the hostess with the mostest. I know I've been around you in person, and Jerry's always like helping and lending a hand and being supportive. And I can just feel that energy from you. And even while we were working together, that's what we worked on a lot. And we'll talk
Yes,
about some of that today, but like that energy of always supporting others, but not maybe so much supporting yourself. And so
exactly.
when we first started working together, tell us a little bit about where you were at and where you wanted to go.
Well, in all honesty, I was lost. Like I was in a constant state of feeling overwhelmed with every part of my life, basically. Um, One of the things I had come to you for was, I know time management was, I think, where I had always felt like I was failing, like I wasn't giving. When I was in one area, I was thinking of, if I was at work, I was thinking about home. If I was at home, I was thinking about work, and just really wanting to, you know, not feel overwhelmed all the time about everything.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. When we can look back and reflect, it's easier to look back and reflect than to be in this space, but it's also a beautiful hindsight, right, of what used to be and how far you've come and how far you've grown. And so
Yes.
tell us then in that space you were in before, what did you accomplish during our time working together?
Um, one of the things that I feel so proud of is I feel like I got my life back
Hmm.
in the forms of, I was doing it all. I was getting it done, but I was basically in survival mode. You
Yeah.
know, I was, like you said before, always doing everything for everybody else. And of course, my personal well-being was at stake because you know, I wanted it all, and I was technically doing it all because I was getting it
Mhm.
done, but I wasn't necessarily feeling the joy I felt at accomplishing those things.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for sharing that. So it sounds like you really just embrace this peace and joy
Yes.
and, shifted out of that survival mode. You're still doing all the things. Maybe you're even doing more now, but it's a different energy. Would you
Yes.
say?
100%. I I mean, I've always loved what I've done, but I just, like you said, being able to compartmentalize different areas of my life where I can focus on the task at hand instead of having my mind other places. It's
Yeah.
amazing what you can get done
It
when
is
you
amazing.
set,
Mhm.
one of the biggest things, and I don't know, maybe we'll talk about this later too, but uh, with the time management thing was setting designated times to work on certain things
Yeah.
made such a huge difference in my life. Like,
I love that.
you help me feel like you don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to do everything till it's done. You don't need to, set a time frame and work on it and don't be interrupted and just do it. And half the time I'm done with everything before that time bell sounds.
I love that. So you
Yeah.
actually have the problem of having more time and
Yeah.
and then that becomes a problem sometimes because you're like, "Now what do I do with this extra time? I've never had this extra
I
time.
know. Yeah,
How
for sure.
beautiful." I
Yeah.
love that so much because, we can get so caught up and someone like you who's in the service industry, right? Like you are really catering to people's needs as they come in. So
Yes.
you're in this state of reactivity or had been in this state of reactivity where someone come in, let me drop what I'm doing and let me do this. And so it's so beautiful that you have embraced this and now that you have time chunks and you are
Mhm.
intentional about that, then you actually have more time, which is beautiful. And I see this so often in you and in other clients. But we start working on time management and it feels yucky. It's like, oh, I can't, like,
I know.
manage my time like that and make it so structured and commit to that, because what if XYZ comes along? It's not even about that. It's like being able to support yourself through the what ifs, because they will happen no matter what.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, I love that. So, how has working together supported your energy and your influence in your business, in your customers, your clients?
So it's amazing to me how much more energy I have, um, how much time management has increased my energy, because that constant state of feeling overwhelmed,
Hmm.
it's draining.
Yeah.
It's an energy life sucker. And it just, that has helped so much, because it's not, that overwhelmingness is not weighing me down constantly.
Mm.
Where sometimes, there's so much to do, I'm just not going to do any of it.
Yeah.
Where that now it's like, okay, you know what? Here's what I need accomplished today. Let me break that down and do it. And it just works. And your approach was so simple that it kind of made me mad. Like, seriously, how did I not know this 10 years ago?
Oh, that's so fun. I love that you say that. And, as a coach, there are many times I'm not teaching anything, any new concepts, right? Like we know the things, but it's about having that really honestly heartfelt support and guidance and belief and place we can go, and someone who can help us shift our perspective. That's when it changes, right? People can read
Right.
all of the books, they can do all of the things, and they're like, it's just still not working. That's why it's so important to have mentorship and coaching to help you shift those things that you
Yeah.
want to shift, but you just can't do that yet. I love that for you, Jeri. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah.
So what would you say your favorite part of working together was?
Well, of course, the Zoom calls, because we got to catch up and stuff. But in all honesty, it it felt so good to tell someone my accomplishments of that week or two. Like, not necessarily what I accomplished, like, my daily tasks, but like, hey, I was good at
Yes.
managing my time, and I was good at not doing the
Mhm.
things that weren't necessary, and I was good at staying focused, and I was good at, I can tell my husband and kids that all they want and they don't care.
They're like, wow, you're supposed to do that. That's what
I
you're here
know,
for, right?
exactly.
So it
And
really
that,
sounds like, go ahead.
no, that felt so good.
Oh,
Just to,
good.
it made me reflect on how good I did do,
Mhm.
you know, or
Yeah.
the times when I didn't, because it wasn't always perfect. But, um, and I love how when I would say, okay, this week I'm going to try to do whatever it was. I love how you'd make me break it down into segments on, okay, that's great, but how are you going to make that happen?
Right.
And it really made me dig deeper into my daily choices on, okay, what am I going to do to accomplish these things? And it was a lot of self evaluation and
Mhm.
mentality, and just being mindful of what I'm doing all the time. And it was so good.
Oh, I love our time together. It's so fun, and it really sounds like that accountability
Yeah.
and that support, that introspective work, right? Like having
Mhm.
someone who is supporting, not judging, who's encouraging, not trying to shift or change who you are, but that thought process. Dig
Right.
deeper, right? Like the women that I work with know how to do their jobs. They know what they need to do to be successful, but it's our thoughts and our perspective and that celebration or that self esteem that's often missing. And
Yes.
coaching supports that. And it's super fun to see.
Yeah.
So, what are you most proud of accomplishing?
Um, Probably the time management with the setting
Mhm.
alarms, which, yeah, I mean, I have alarms going off all the time on my phone, but thank God for them. But it really helps keep me focused on the task at hand. I'm proud that I've learned that and kept that going. The whole gratitude journal thing has changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, at first it started as a nice way to start the day.
Right.
And a few weeks in, it was literally sticking with me through the whole day, and
Mhm.
could just, I mean, go about my day and find myself being less irritated with some of the things I would have been earlier, and being more grateful for them. And
Yeah.
it really just helped my internal attitude.
Oh, I just like, felt that breath of fresh air. And I know you've even shared that, like, even your family, you've started, you got them journals and you've, started gratitude with them. And so
Yes.
the impact and the influence you're making
Yeah.
is beautiful. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. Thank
Yeah.
you. So how do you feel now compared to before we started working together?
Um, I feel great. I feel um, grateful, of course. I
Mhm.
feel just peaceful and more at ease and confident, and just le- way less overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
um, that was a big thing. I know I've said that a lot in this last few minutes, but the whole being overwhelmed thing has completely changed my life and my perspective in getting rid of that heavy load.
Awesome. I love that. That lightness is just a
Yes.
beautiful place to be,
It makes
and
a difference in every part of my life.
mhm. Oh,
So,
thank you for sharing so much.
yeah.
And I'd love to just know, what you love most about being an entrepreneur and where you see yourself and your business going from the support that you received from working together.
What I love the most is, of course, I love doing things for people.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
taking care of people, and that. I love knowing that when our customers come to our place, they can relax. We can take the pressure off them. They can depend on us to be professional and take care of the details, the big stuff, the small stuff. And they can focus on their relationships with the people that they are at our place with.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's corporate events. And with their trust in us, knowing that we'll handle it, you just do your thing, that's
Yeah.
the most rewarding for me part of my
I
job.
love that, and I know that
Yeah.
on the back end, it seems so seamless. That's your goal, is to, like, it's just
Right.
seamless, you come, we'll take care of you, and now you can do that in the most beautiful way
Yep.
without it, like, taking all of you, right,
Exactly.
from you, so that's awesome.
Yes.
I appreciate you so much, Jerry. This has been so fun. Is there anything else you wanna share or that we didn't get to say? Um
Just that the only thing I can say is that, I mean, I'm so thankful that I took the step and started working with you. Um, I wish I would have done it way earlier in my life, because it's night and day, made a world of difference in every aspect of my life. And I can't thank you enough.
You're so welcome. I'm so grateful for you and proud of you, and just want to scream from the mountaintops your success. It's been so fun seeing you transform in the most beautiful ways, and then sharing that with other people who you are directly in contact with, your family, your friends, your customers, your
Yes.
clients. It's the most beautiful ripple effect. So I appreciate you so much. And thanks so much for chatting.
You're welcome. Other thing just to throw out there about the
Mhm.
ripple effect. It really is. Like,
Mhm.
it continues on to the staff that I hire, and,
Oh, yeah.
I talk to them about the time management and the set alarms and, all the different things, and it just it has made a world of difference in how I run my business.
Oh, how powerful is that? I appreciate you throwing that in because, I've been in workplaces where I've been someone who brings that overwhelming energy or that, survival mode energy. And I've also seen other or worked with people who have it, and
Mhm.
it just pulls and waxes and waning, and you're really just doing your best to not only support yourself and your customers, but then having to support the staff. So when you can foster
Right.
that and when you can teach them and have them grow with you, like, A plus. That's so fun,
Yeah.
Jerry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Yes, bye.
Bye.